Hello, one and all, and welcome back to Campaign 14, Dubious Claims. I'm your host, as always, Virinity Void. This here is part 13. And with this part 13, we are closing in on the end of the campaign. It might seem a little quick to some people, but yes, we're going to go into the 1740s in this very part. And this campaign is not going to last as long as the other because this goes to December 31st of 1820. It ends right before an actual game of EU4 will end. So it's going to be a little bit shorter. I would say it's about 2 parts shorter than a normal campaign. Whereas a normal campaign would end in about December 31st of 1864. Right before 1865 turns, because Doge's Shattered Europa, the main mod used before this one, this province expansion mod, it adds new technologies and new ages to the game, which kind of makes going past 1821 kind of worth it. So this campaign will not have that extension. Without further ado, let's get on to some national ideas. I think we're either going to do coiny or tennis ball. Did I do coiny? No, okay, I have not done coiny. So we shall do coiny's third and fourth national ideas. Sorry if you hear me clearing my throat. A lot. I am on the downturn. I'm recovering from being sick, so I have a little bit of stuff stuck in my throat, but it should not be an issue. Let's see. The third national idea of coiny, of the battle for Dream Island again, is to a friend like no other. In Intruder Alert, Coiny appeared to intrude Pin's thoughts, agreeing that the team needed a better team leader. He was also able to communicate this back, much to Pin's surprise. This ability is further utilized in Insectophobe's Nightmare 4, when Pin communicates with him in a type of thought after losing her limbs, face, and size. This also briefly occurs in Well, Look Who It Is. This national idea gives envoy travel time minus 20%, and monthly favor growth plus 10%. The fourth national idea of Coiny is I shall remain loyal. However, as the season progresses, Coiny matures and mellows out. In the latter half, he becomes a voice of reason for the more aggressive Pin, frequently checking on her well-being and trying to calm her down when she's upset, like when she's frustrated at Ruby stealing her song in Pointy Pointy Pointy. Additionally, in the same episode, Coiny expresses frustration when Pin is the target of jokes and takes action to support her, such as spinning the prize wheel on her behalf to ensure she receives a favorable outcome. This emphasizes Coiny's loyalty and protective nature, especially toward Pin. He works closely with her to complete challenges, and his willingness to assist in fixing her mech suit shows his commitment to teamwork. Diplomatic reputation plus 2. So Coiny, quite the friend to have. And, they are allied, or they are now a subject of tennis ball after the previous part. So, Coiny is that forever loyal friend. Can never be disloyal at this point, because if you look at that Liberty Desire, it's 5%. Despite having 500,000 troops to Tennis Ball's 550,000 troops. I should also mention, I forgot to check in the last part, but hey, guess what's happened? The revolution is here, folks, and it is very, very widespread through Fontaine. Now, the absolutism in Fontaine can be said to be high. It can be said to be pretty high. It's at 80. It's not over the top, but it's pretty up there. So these are the effects that Fontaine has from absolutism, and because of that absolutism, there's a lot of unrest. There were recent revolts in this province, in Zamora, and then you can see down in your bottom left that there is plus 19.58 unrest because of the revolution that is spread here. So we shall see how it spreads in the future. The fires of revolution will undoubtedly spread as they are in Scandinavia right now. Oh, please, dear God, do not crash. Oh, Lord. But yeah, revolution has spread throughout Fontaine, and Fontaine does seem pretty stable. I've got to say, they are at +3 stability. I really don't anticipate them becoming unstable, to put it bluntly. Legitimately, I don't. What are the current wars? Institution penalty. What? That's because you haven't embraced an institution. I thought the penalty was actually more than that. I thought it was like 50%. Huh. Okay. The current wars, though, Kraumna is still getting partitioned as we speak. Semyon is under attack, of course. The papacy is being divvied up in the Sahara. Fried pope. Who would not want a desert fried pope? Like, come on. Loibuk is going after Scottish China, and then Malacca and Nivk are backing up Scottish China, but that's not going to work. Fadl's going after Saka because apparently there's something that Saka has. I don't know. Paradox 2 is going after Virui. Shuravia is going after the Wendish realm after, the Wendish realm, along with Donauland, got clobbered. Like, last part, it was not... Last part was not kind to two Central European powers. And now you're going to have Shuravia, which is going to basically take the place that the Wendish realm took for, like, Eastern Europe-ish. The border between Central and Eastern Europe. Shuravia is going to take up that space. Because as it is, the Wendish realm is kind of in free fall at this point. They are trying to recover their military, trying to defend, but Shuravia, with their ally of Bulgaria, are just bulldozing through. Now, Shuravia does have to worry about... Oh my god, there's something on... What the fuck is on my desk? What's it called? Shuravia does have to worry about, like, if Kazan or Astrakhan want to actually declare war on Shuravia, because if they do, that is bad news bears, and Shuravia will absolutely get overrun by the combined forces of Kazan and Astrakhan. I don't know how likely that is, that the war will break out, but it is possible, because Shuravia has been at war with both of them before. Ionia is at war. They are going after, or they are helping Morocco out. Papacy has been pieced out, and they are losing bit by bit. It's unfortunate, but, Morocco is actually at war now with the Second Fontanian Crusade against Zazao, and Morocco is allied with Zazao, so you know what that means. Fontaine is finally going to war with Morocco. I was kind of anticipating this for a while, and Morocco's not a pushover, usually, from what I've seen, but when you're fighting Fontaine as well as Tennis Ball, I don't think you're stopping two bulldozers, I don't think you can stop this, Morocco. I would love it if Morocco could, push back, but they are facing a combined force of over 1 million troops. Quite literally over that much. Not to mention Koini that could help out, because, they're loyal and under a personal union. That's, that could always happen. Koini could send some troops over. Oh, here's like a couple 100,000 for the war effort, Why not? Loibuk also is, they're slowly just eating into Manchuria. You can see, they're taking it bit by bit. And they're also taking over various other places in Southeast Asia. Mori, the Mori clan, is a tributary state of Loibuk at this point, and Loibuk has also taken some land in Southeast Asia. Malacca is a tributary as well under Loibuk, and Loibuk is now defending against Oman's purge of Malaccan heresy. So Loibuk is going to want to come down here and defend Malacca, probably. I'm not sure what Oman thinks they're going to get out of this war, but sure. I mean, Oman, you were getting thrashed by Fadl earlier. Fadl doesn't have a truce with you, and you have no allies. You're asking to get stomped on. That's just what I'm thinking, but it's like, you really are asking to get stepped on. Coiny. How did this happen? How did it happen? We know how this happened. We know how Morocco got involved with this. It's because Morocco is allied with Zazao. You know, occupying Fontaine's stuff in West Africa, it's not going to mean anything. It really is not going to mean anything. Because Fontaine has already made it across the Sahara. Fontaine is already here, ready to kick ass and take names. What are you gonna do, Morocco? What are you gonna do, Zazao? I just, yeah. For me at least, the writing was on the wall as soon as I saw Morocco being overrun in their own home region of North Africa. So, should have been plain and simple for everyone. Coiny actually has a province here in Iberia. Kind of surprised about that. Okay. Kraumna still survives somehow. Their capital now in Madagascar. They live to fight on, I guess, but they're really living in exile at this point. Semien still being partitioned, Mogadishu taking the lion's share over here, and Banyoro taking back some of the land they lost to Semien. Interestingly enough, we also have Ardalan going after Sambas. Okay, you do you. Loibuk, it does not look like Loibuk was able to defend Malacca in time, but hey, round 2, ring that bell. Sumeru's on crusade against Loibuk. And you know Sumeru has over 1 million... I gotta turn this down. I gotta turn it down to speed 3 because of this. I'm not gonna take my camera off of this. I'm just gonna let you watch this, because Loibuk has, I would say, roughly half as many troops as Sumeru, but we saw before in the previous war that Loibuk does have the quality over Sumeru's quantity. Now, whether or not that's going to be enough, I'm not sure. Remember, the military hegemon is Sumeru. That hegemony is not complete, but it's building its way up. And if Sumeru loses this war in any which way, that hegemony breaks. They are not a hegemon anymore. So we could be witnessing the downfall of a hegemony. We could be witnessing the upholding of one. And also, this time around, the Timurids aren't joining in. There is no Western threat this time for Sumeru to worry about. It is purely mano a mano against Loibuk and its vassals. I mean, there's Yugra, sure, but it's not really... Yugra's not really going to do much. It's more of a distraction. It is really the dragon of China versus the tiger of India. And I guess, like elephants of Southeast Asia, if you want to include them. But, Sumeru has bullied the Southeast Asians. Has Loibuk bullied the Southeast Asians? Judging by these provinces over here, I would say yes. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. Yes, both sides have been taking advantage of Southeast Asian division. So there's no angels here. There's only devils. There's only demons. Now watch the two demons fight each other. Actually, there's a big fight that's about to break out. I want to see it. Oh God, sorry you have to hear that. I'm still on my way back from being sick. So discipline greatly favors Loibuk. That's an 11% discipline difference. Morale favors Sumeru, but tactics favors Loibuk as well. So in these engagements, Sumeru is going to be losing more troops. Pound for pound, they will be losing more troops. Loibuk, they're going to be losing less troops, but it makes sense that they're going to be losing less troops, and just in general, both sides cannot really replace the losses that quickly because both sides are out of manpower. They've been out of manpower for a long while. But as I said before, I do think Sumeru can overwhelm Loibuk with the amount of troops they have here. Over 1 million is... I don't know how you deal with that at all. I'm going to go over back to Europe, see what Fontaine took. Here you go. Fontaine took a large chunk out of Iberia. Large chunk. And something happened with Mondstadt. I guess there was an occupation or something, but Bulgaria took more land from Virui, if I see that correctly. And, yeah, Virui is just in shambles at this point. And they are still being attacked. They are still being partitioned. Mondstadt is now going after the province of Como, and Virui has no allies at this point. They are completely alone, out in the cold. Also, Shuravia took land from the Wendish realm. There's your province map mode for what they took. And Shuravia, I would say, is large and in charge. They have a coast finally, and you know, if all goes well, they can take more land from the Wendish realm in the future and have an even larger Baltic coastline. So Shuravia with Bulgaria and Mondstadt, that's a pretty good fucking alliance chain. Is it going to stand up to tennis ball? No. No, it's not. Is it going to stand up to Fontaine and tennis ball? No. Maybe there will be cracks in their defenses when they get tired out, but I'm skeptical of that. I'm really skeptical of that, because you have to account for the fact that, you know, the monuments are also giving benefits to them, and they've been able to build up those monuments over years with extra money. So, you know, it's interesting stuff, interesting times. Was peace signed? I see black flag. No, peace was not signed. There's a large contingent of Sumeru troops over here. Is Loibuk going to try and take a fight, or are they going to try and unsiege that very lowly fort? I'm not sure. What? And this is a crusade, so the war goal is battles won, and right now it is looking like Loibuk is going to lose all of these battles. They're going to lose this one over here. They won this one, but it seems like there's more losses than wins for my son. I don't like that, obviously, but I can't help it. Actually, what other wars are going on right now? Just want to be sure. Mondstadt, yep. Sofala against Kramna, because, you know, Kramna is in Madagascar now. Excuse me. Teotl going after the United States of Etruria. But we kind of already know that Etruria is done for, unfortunately. You know, Sekan cannot dominate 2 continents this time. Instead, Sekan will have to settle with just dominating South America. And I mean utter and complete domination. There is no contest in South America, you know? There's none whatsoever. So, yeah. I mean, I think Sekan is fine with that. I would be. That's still very good. But yeah. The main focus right now is not on the Americas. It is between the 2 giants of Asia, slugging it out. Sumeru has not broken down from over 1 million troops. I just want that to be known. I'll keep Sumeru's troop count up on the left-hand side of the screen as this war goes on. But despite having inferior quality, Sumeru's forces, they're just that good. They are just that numerous. So, I'm not entirely sure what my son can do here. Yeah, I'm looking at also the province occupations, and it doesn't look like those. Obviously, those are not weighting as much as the battles, as should be the case. It's just, yeah, these pivotal battles right here where Sumeru can just trickle in stack after stack after stack that Loibuk just can't handle, and they are losing over and over again. I really think that not having a Western threat to take some attention away from the East is what hampered Loibuk in this war. If the Timurids joined in and were throwing in like 200, 300,000 troops in the West, this war goes completely differently. But instead, there are over 900,000 troops going eastward into China against China's defensive like 400,000 troops. So it's like it's not the best. It's not the best defense. But still, Sumeru's actually kind of cracking just slightly. 900,000 troops, down from over 1 million. Still a huge amount by any measure. That's still a huge amount. But there's still some semblance of like, okay, finally coming down from the ridiculous heights, but they're still winning handily. 49 war score in favor of Sumeru, and it's not looking to get any lower. It's only going up from there. God damn, Loibuk, what the fuck? How did you drop the ball? Why were you defending Yugra? Why didn't you keep the alliance with the Timurids? Ah, my son. Well, you win a war, you lose a war. Oh well. I can't knock a fair war like this. Sumeru knew their strengths, and they're utilizing that strength with utter ruthlessness. We have Mondstadt over here going after Donau land just in a straight-up imperialist war. Just laying down the law, saying, you know what? Fuck you, Donau land. I'm sick of your shit. Give me land. That's, yeah, just straight up, give me land. And the Wendish realm is still allied with Donau land, so, yeah. The Wendish realm is gonna take a beating as well. It's not a beating with a newspaper or anything. No, they're getting the fucking hammer to the head. And yeah, the jungles of Southeast Asia are just going to be filled with blood and bodies. Holy shit. These are not just like 10, 20k stacks skirmishing. No, these are 30, 40, or no, I'm sorry, not 30, 100, 200,000 stacks that are just getting wiped at times. Holy shit. Loibuk's resources are stretching so thin. And Sumeru down below 800,000 troops. Both sides are being stretched to the limit. God damn. There is no mercy being held out. Both sides. There's your peace deal. Loibuk understandably did lose quite a bit of land. There you go. Sumeru won a huge swath. Well played to him. I can't really disparage that too much without bias, because that's just how the game works. That's how these AI only campaigns go. Sometimes your child has a really astonishing rise, and then they just meet a wall they can't overcome. We saw that multiple times with Duck's submission of Belobog. Yes, Duck, I still remember those. I think everyone who watches these campaigns remembers the two times Belobog dominated. And then there was the campaign where Wessex dominated. That was intense too. But back toward Europe, since Asia is going to cool down for a little bit, Donau land and the Wendish realm, they're just being divvied up. Cut up like cake. Do you like some teal cake? Do you like some purple cake? Because it's free for the taking. The United States of Etruria, you can just kind of see how much they have lost over the years. And you can see how much Teotl has taken. Like, Teotl is gonna finish off Rasviet soon enough, I think, and then it's just gonna be, Etruria is gonna be mine soon enough. Also, Teotl is has almost fully annexed Kado, and Potawatomi, that Liberty Desire is steadily going down, so eventually both will succumb to the fate that Colima suffered and be annexed in time. And yeah, I'm keeping it on speed 4 despite the hiccups with the frame rate, because I do want to get through these years. I know it's a little jumpy here and there, but that's just the huge amount of armies moving around. The revolution is still very widespread through Fontaine. I'm not sure if Fontaine is going to succumb to those plus 20 unrest provinces and join the revolution willingly. They're still at plus 2 stability. It would take something really fearsome to knock them into revolution, I think. Like, could they? We need 100%, only 91%. Wow. Okay. So not quite yet, not quite. The revolution is not quite fully spread throughout Fontaine. It could, in the future, it could. But I'm not sure how long... I am not sure how long the revolution keeps spreading until it peters out. I think it's like 40 or 50 years, but someone can correct me on that. What is this? Astrakhan is actually going after Saray Gyogir. Okay, Saray Gyogir is fighting Astrakhan and the Timurids, and allied with Saray Gyogir is Avenkia, so Avenkia is going to... Well, this is going to be a slaughter. Unfortunate. The Siberians, once again, the battleground like in the last part. You know, I don't think it's worth it sending troops into the frozen wastes. Hell, there's a level 2 fort over here, and a level 6 fort right here, and a level 8 fort in the middle of the fucking Siberian forest. Do you really want to send troops out there? It is Arctic. The supply limit is ass. Please, Astrakhan, don't send your troops out here. It's not worth it. It's not worth it in the slightest. Loibuk also going after Mori for some reason. I guess Mori broke off that tributary status. They didn't want to... They saw Loibuk's weakness and said, no, fuck you, I'm out. I understand why you would say that, but Loibuk still has way more troops and way more ships than you. Don't fuck with them. Sumeru is now going after Sambas in an imperialist war. I don't... You just love sending your troops to fertilize the ground, don't you, Sumeru? Is that what you're doing? Bunyoro's also trying to finish off Semyon. Epirus is going after the United States of Etruria. Fadl's going after Malgana for some reason. I don't think you're going to be able to invade Australia, brother. What's it called? Mondstadt still going after Donau land, and... Oh, Mogadishu, Ardalan, and Fadl going after Oman. Oh, wow. Who could have seen that coming? Oman, you fuck. Sure, I'm going to go over here and go after Malacca. Well, I have no real troops in my homeland. I have no allies, no nothing. I'm going to leave my homeland open to invasion. Oh my god, sometimes the AI is very silly, very awkward. Donau land getting pieced out and getting, well, they got run over. Wendish Realm, they also got run over as well. They're being partitioned ever so slowly. So, yeah, this purple on the map slowly disappearing. This teal on the map slowly disappearing. I still find it funny that Morocco still owns Rome, and Rome is not even Catholic, it's Coptic still. I don't know. It's just... There's a lot of silliness going on in this campaign, you know? When do these campaigns not have silliness? I'm surprised Kromna's still getting wars declared on them. Like, they're in Madagascar. Leave them alone. Fontaine also has a huge control, or not a huge, a small bit of control over South Africa. Sofala has home field advantage down here, though. Like, I don't know if Fontaine would be able to send troops down to Sofala, because that's a huge amount of access they have to get through Zazao and then at least Paradox 2. I don't think Paradox 2 would allow the access of Fontaine. I don't think so. Is Paradox 1 still alive? No, Paradox 1 is actually fully annexed at this point. So, Paradox 2 is the winner of that clash. Interesting enough. What is going on here? Bulgaria. The 13... Okay, that's nothing new. Oh, what? Who's at war now? Oh, no. Oh, no, Mondstadt, what did you do? How did Mondstadt... What the fuck? Mondstadt, how the fuck did you rack up enough aggressive expansion to get Tennis Ball in a coalition against you? Oh my god. And then Tennis Ball is now going after Donau Land. So, you know, Donau Land and the Wendish Realm are at war with the might of Western Europe. Sure. The only redeeming factor in this is that Fontaine has not joined in with Tennis Ball. That's the only redeeming factor. But even then, Tennis Ball has over 600,000 troops to the Wendish Realms 270,000, and Donau Land's nothing. Essentially nothing. So, sayonara, Donau Land, it has been good knowing you. Your army is going to be evaporated. Morocco going after the papacy once more. It's a nationalist war because, well, the papacy is trying to preach to the Amazigh tribes. I don't think Morocco really likes that. Loibuk reconquest of Long Shuyen, and I believe that's probably going to be successful. Mori is still a tributary underneath Loibuk. You know, tributary relations have been restored. Sumeru is guaranteeing the independence of MNT as well as warning Ardalan, Japan, and Sarayogi. Vijayanagara is allied with the Timurids, and that's a pretty good alliance, actually. Sumeru could win against both of them, but it would be a pretty hard-pressed war to win, I think, because the AI would have to very thoroughly split their forces up between West and South. Not sure how it would do, but it's likely that Sumeru would win, but it would take a while. But I could be wrong. Maybe Sumeru rolls over both of them. Is Lissenborg dead? Lissenborg is also dead. Rest in peace, my friend. The memes are no longer reality. They are just dreams. Sorry, Akamatsu, your submission has been knocked out. The United States of Etruria also... This is a sad United States of Etruria. They were so big before, taking up the entire eastern coast of the modern-day United States, and also invading Fontaine's colony, taking the Caribbean over, and now the Caribbean is the only safe haven for the Etrurians. You know? It's the only safe place they can go to. Oh well, it's just how the cookie crumbles, just how these things happen. Kazan, allied with Timurids, Sofala, and Ionia. Mondstadt is allied with Fontaine and Shurabia. You know what would be hilarious? What would be a match into this powder keg? Tennis Ball declares war on Mondstadt. Fontaine joins on the side of Mondstadt. So then Fontaine is fighting Tennis Ball. Or no, I mean Tennis Ball is fighting Mondstadt and Fontaine. Two-front war. Between the giants of Europe. That would be fucking amazing. I would love to see that, just to see who wins. Coiny might send troops, probably. They have a huge fleet to send troops over. But Fontaine also has a big fleet too. Coiny's fleet is 318 ships. Fontaine's is 296 ships. So it's not out of the realm of possibility that Coiny might not send troops over if that war breaks out. I guess we'll see in the coming years if something like that happens. Mondstadt pissed off Epirus and Tennis Ball. I don't think they're gonna be happy anytime soon. What else? What else do we got? What other wars are happening? Astrakhan and the Timonid. Yep, we already saw that one. Mogadishu going after Bunyoro and Zazao. And that's really about it for the big ones. So, yeah, just... Regions in Africa, they are still consolidating. Very much so. Mogadishu's, you know, doing their own thing. I was actually kind of excited, like, the Jews might do something, like, actually have their own stable state for a while. But Semyon got overeager, stretched themselves too thin. They also didn't finish off Mogadishu earlier. And, well, Semyon is now stuck where they're at. A tributary of Bunyoro and landlocked. They can't do anything. They are legitimately subject to every outsider's will. Coiny's ships are battling it out against the Wendish realm. And Coiny should win that, right? Maybe not. Maybe the Wendish realm just knows how to fight better on the water. God damn. Let's see. I think we'll probably go to like 1742, 1743. Just trying to estimate. Oh, I just noticed too. Ardalan actually has a land border with Sumeru. Interesting possibilities. Interesting indeed. Loibuk, you really need an ally in the west. You really need like the Timurids or Ardalan. Someone to split Sumeru up. Split their attention while shit happens. Because if you do not, what happened last time will happen again. Sofala is allied with Mogadishu, so they are sending in troops to help take down Bunyoro. And I don't think Bunyoro has the troops to stop this, honestly. Who else are you at war with? Mogadishu, Fadl, that's a big Muslim power. Sofala and Paradox too. Oh boy, Bunyoro, you're cooked. You're not even cooked, you're deep fried. Rest in peace, my friend. Moroccan people again? I thought is the truce already up? Or is this the previous one? Must have been no. The truce must have been really short because I remember seeing increments of Morocco taking papal land. I don't know. That truce seemed a little too short, you know? Seemed a little suspicious. Sada Yogir got pieced out, and they lost some land. They lost a little bit of land. Not a lot of land, but a little bit. My voice is getting tired, unfortunately. It doesn't help that I went to the gym today, but when I went to the gym today, my protein bar didn't make me feel sick to my stomach, because I've been trying. I don't know. Some of y'all don't even fucking care, but whatever. I'm gonna rant about my own life, because I can. This is my video, and there's not really many interesting wars going on. But I got a set of protein bars of the brand I usually get from Costco, and I've had this flavor before and have had no issues with it previously. So I brought it home, had one like normal before I go to the gym, and then it made me sick. I didn't think it did, but it made me sick. But I thought maybe, you know, I just came down with something at that time. Maybe it was that. And so I tried it a second time, thought, okay, maybe it's an external factor still. Maybe my cup was dirty, I don't know. And then I tried it a third and fourth time just to be completely sure that it was the protein bar and nothing else that I was doing. And sure enough, the third and the fourth time, every single time I had a protein bar from that particular pack from Costco, I got sick. I felt like I was going to throw up. And if I didn't throw up, I was not having a good time later on that night in the bathroom. It was honestly very, very painful. I'm glad I'm over it, but holy gods, that was not... That was just like out of nowhere because... Again, I've had those protein bars before, from Costco and from Amazon. I've had no issue up until this pack. So, it's just out of nowhere. It's like, really? Is this on recall or something? I have no idea. I had some that I ordered from Amazon still. I had that today, because it was still from an older box. No issue. Went to the gym, did my normal workout, completely fine, came back home, feeling A-okay. So... yeah, I'm glad I was able to get my workout at the gym, but I at the same time, it's like, I'm disappointed that I kind of wasted my money on a box of protein bars that, you know, I kind of got to throw out now. I don't want anyone else getting sick from them, so, yeah. There's your story time with your host, Virinity Void. There's not really much, yeah. There is a... what is this? It's the third against... okay, yeah. And is Morocco... Morocco is... no, Morocco is in this. Shit. I thought they were in the clear. No. Fontaine is once again trying to go after some West African land, and Zazao and Morocco are in the crosshairs. So, you know, Patriarch Ansel de Bar is going to run roughshod through North Africa again. Oh, my Moroccan brethren is going down in flames. The Wendish, what are you... Bulgaria's going after Donau land, helping in the partitions, I see. Okay. The Wendish rum isn't going to do anything. I don't like saying that because the Wendish rum was once like on top of the world or on top of Europe for power politics. But now it's just like, what can they do? Bulgaria can actually roll over them. And the Wendish realm has lands so split up that these are not mutually reinforcing. They really are not. An unfortunate turn of events over like the past century, and it's all tumbling down the hill. Now, of course, the Wendish realm is not dead yet, but it's just, you know, seeing their poor performance now is, I don't know, it's a little saddening, even though I didn't even submit the Wendish realm. Oh my god, my nose, my congestion is fucking, it's ramping up, and I took my allergy meds. Jesus Christ. Oh, and yeah, Morocco is just getting run over. Fontaine can't really be stopped. Even though the revolution is pressing down with massive amounts of unrest throughout Fontaine's provinces, it doesn't matter. Fontaine is fighting through it. Like, I'm just gonna look at their rebels. Yeah, they got some rebels, but it's like, it's not that big. It's no biggie. They got 3 stability, they're chilling. They have no issues. Oh, they have a theocratic democracy. That's why I saw this icon. Okay. Interesting. Alright. Mondstadt. Okay, still allied with Fontaine. That coalition that Tennis Ball was in disappeared, so for now, Mondstadt is safe. Okay. Any other wars, big wars going on? Not really, just the ones that we already covered. Yeah. Bunyoro, they got slapped around, but they're still trying to expand elsewhere. Still trying to expand across here in Central Africa. The Catholic Ottawak are over here trying to eke out a living still, but I doubt it will amount to much, if I'm honest. Fontaine is launching a full invasion of Zazal. Fontaine is done with Morocco. Morocco's military is completely dismantled. So Zazao is the next target, and they will be taken over. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. And I think 45 minutes in, I guess we can go to 1743. Why not? We'll do another year. Let's do it. Fontaine has landed in North Africa as well, taking the likes of Tetouan, Saleh, as well as Fez. Yeah, that's brutal, because Fez with that level 8 forts, that's beefy. And there you go. There is no revolution this time around, folks. I gave you the map mode, and yeah. No more revolution. Fontaine was able to keep a lid on all of it, and yeah. The old guard is standing tall and proud, really, at the end of this. So Fontaine going to be stronger than ever before, and good luck stopping them. That's all I gotta say. Good luck stopping them and Tennis Ball. These two are rocking and rolling, arm in arm, locked together. I don't know what you do against them, frankly. I think we'll go to about June, or well, August. That'll be after the autosave mid-year. Sumerian Japanese Imperialist War. So Sumeru, you're trying to go for the capital here in Kyoto. Are you really going to be able to do that, Sumeru? I know your fleet is large, but can you transport all the way over here? That's the real question. I have my doubts. I have my very strong doubts. But I've been proven wrong before. Prove me wrong in the next part, Sumeru, because we gotta end this here, part 13. And, yeah, I don't think we really have any huge wars right now. Just Kraumna being attacked some more, Bunyoro being attacked, Mori being attacked, Japan being assaulted, you know. Small wars, really, small wars. But let's go ahead and take a look at that leaderboard. No new institutions spawned in. The revolutions are gone. So let's get it on. In first place is Tennis Ball. In second place is Fontaine. In third place is Sumeru. In fourth place is Bulgaria. In fifth place is Loibuk. In sixth place is Astrakhan. In seventh place is Teoto. And in eighth place is Mondstadt. Your economic hegemon for this part on its way up is Tennis Ball. And your military hegemon for this part on its way up is Sumeru. That'll be all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next part.